Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a fan or a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for the patronage. Today's video is the Weird World of YECs 12, and if you do not know why I named it the Weird World of YECs yet, you may have a problem. Let's go! As stated in my previous video, forgiveness is a very weird concept in this world. Perhaps not in the entire YEC world, but in the YEC churches and schools that I went to, it was a very weird concept. And it basically had to do with, well, Jesus will forgive you, but we won't forgive you. What's all that about? So the YECs that I have been around, and I'm not saying this is true of all YECs, but the YECs that I have been around, their idea of forgiveness is, we will forgive you, but that's not how forgiveness works. Forgiveness isn't, we will forgive you, but forgiveness is, we forgive you. So I can't talk about my second church school without talking about Bible class. In Bible class, 7th through 12th grade was all together in the cafeteria. At first we had a teacher, but that teacher was fired, and so the pastor of that church that ran the church school took over the Bible class. Well, he did not like me because he knew he couldn't bully me. I didn't go to his church. I just went to school. And he couldn't kick me out of the school because I never did anything that was worthy to be kicked out of the school. So he made my life miserable. Very Christian thing to do, don't you think? So I get up one morning and it's just like any other day, and I get ready to go to school. And I go to school and people start crying all over the place, and I'm like, what's going on? Well, I didn't find out until Bible class, but my friend's father had killed her and then killed himself. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into it because, yes, I still remember her, and I want to remember her the way that I do and not all the crap that came afterward, and I'm pretty much over it, so I'm basically gonna stop right here and just leave it at that. That same year, the pastor of the church that ran the school decided that he was going to fire the principal. Well, the principal was actually a friend of mine, kind of, sort of, and I decided that I wanted to go back to public school. There was no way I was going back to that school without the principal there. And my mom let me. It was past junior high, which would be 7th and 8th grade. The junior high in the town that we lived in was not very good, but the high school was ran much better thanks to a very strict principal. And so that's when I started going back to public school. My second church school swore up and down that evolutionists believed in Lamarckian evolution. That is actually what they taught in the classroom. To my surprise, they didn't. Of course, it's a stupid thing. But they believed in Darwinian evolution, and that's when I started thinking. I was still in a YEC church, so I didn't think about it too long, but I did wonder why on earth would a church school teach that evolutionists teach Lamarckian evolution when clearly they taught Darwinian evolution. It just didn't make any sense. That's when I started asking questions. Mind you, not the sophisticated questions that I asked about 2 or 3 years ago, because I was only 14 at the time. But questions like, if they're lying about evolution, what else are they lying about? It wasn't until I got to college that I felt it was safe for me to ask questions. I already knew about Darwinian evolution, but as I learned more and more, I had more and more questions. Even though I knew about Darwinian evolution, it was actually my archaeology classes that started me questioning how old the Earth was, because the carbon-14 dates did not match up. I'm like, 50,000 years? The Earth isn't even 50,000 years old. So this time, instead of going to the Bible with my questions, I had a first-class university library at my disposal. And so I went there and I researched it. And boy, did I get mad when I found out I had been lied to. And that is why this channel exists. I want Christians to know they have been lied to. Now, I'm not saying that I want Christians out of Christianity. That's not what I'm saying. You believe what you believe. I don't care what you believe. But a young earth is impossible, and you need to know that, and you need to know the truth. Well, friends, that's it for today. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to be notified when I come out with new content, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. You can find my Twitter, email, PayPal, and Discord links in the description. There are no sources for this show. It is based on my own personal experience, and yes, I lived every painful second. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. Remember, I am now taking requests. Remember to question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, goodbye.